I know this might be TMI, but yeah, I had to share with someone. Someone needs to share in this with me because I am so aggravated. My car stinks. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's spring cleaning adventure, we're gonna be tackling this. This has been really weighing on me for the longest time now, and I have been putting it off. And the longer I put it off, the worse it gets. This is my daughter Madison's room. It is the messiest room that I think I have ever been in. So I'm gonna show you quickly what it looks like now. And we are just going to start purging and organizing and getting rid of old clutter. So again, I have put this off for way too long and I am excited to just get this done. If you've been watching my spring cleaning series of videos, you know I kind of have an entire process ahead of me right now where I am cleaning out the master bedroom, Madison's room, and the playroom in hopes of turning the playroom into an office space. But I kind of have to simultaneously do these 3 rooms at the same time so I can shift things over. So until Madison's room gets under control, I cannot start bringing toys from the playroom into her bedroom. So that is going to be my priority today. Let me show you the mass destruction of this room. Okay, so I've set myself up here on her bed. So this basket is going to be stuff that I'm going to be donating. This is stuff that I'm going to keep. And then I have a bunch of garbage bags for garbage. And as the Goodwill basket fills up, I will be bagging it, labeling it, and putting it to the side. So I anticipate filling this up multiple times today. And again, this is going to be everything that we're keeping in the room. And I am probably going to be throwing out a lot of clutter as well. So we'll start here at her bed. We have this area. Can you even believe that, guys? This is so bad. So a bunch of clutter down here that I need to go through. I need to go through everything on the shelves. I'm gonna start here because I feel like this is probably the worst of it. So if I can get through this, I think the rest of the room will flow easily for me. And we keep the Christmas tree out year round because it is the perfect amount of light for her night light at night. She just really likes the way it lights up her room. So I don't mind her having it. I would like to display it more nicely. We purchased this on a recent Disney trip and I just thought it would be pretty if we someday have like a collection of little knickknacks like this or pretty things that she could display them like around the tree. But this is just insane. I kind of don't even know where to begin, but that is that part of the room. And then we're just going to go completely around. Over here is her dresser. I have my coffee. It's going to help me get through. She decided that she's going to be a fashion designer this week, so she wants to display all of her fashion designs. I have to relocate it. I'm just not loving her little setup here. She actually cleaned this off for me over the weekend. Isn't it a wonderful job? Yeah. Okay. So making our way around the room, just more clutter on the floor. Here's her dresser. A few things up there that I can go through. There's her beautiful communion dress. We're getting ready for her first communion. And then over here, she just has some toys that I need to go through. Her dollhouse. This she does not want to part with, so we're going to be keeping it. I'm just going to have to make it work for now. And then she keeps like all of her Barbies over here to go along with the dollhouse. And then I'll just show you the foot of the bed here. That is just a bunch of books and camera stuff, leftover holiday stuff that she hasn't used or gone through yet, makeup, things like that. And that is the room. That's pretty much the whole thing. I'm gonna get started. Hopefully it doesn't take me all day long, but I have a pretty good feeling that it's going to take me hours to get through this. But it'll all be worth it in the end. Here we go. So here is where I am at with the shelves. I think it looks pretty good considering how bad it actually was. I know there's still a lot of stuff going on, but believe me, I got rid of a ton of stuff. Let me show you where I'm at. So this is the donation basket. This is the stuff we're keeping, which is minimal in comparison, right? And then I have this big garbage bag, and there's actually a real lot of stuff in there. And this is only from this area here, which is crazy that this much stuff, a donation basket and a keep basket and a huge garbage bag, all of this was somehow cluttered over here in this area. So now she has her little Christmas tree, and I love what I did here. Let me guys know in the comments below if you like it. I made it like a princess tree. I have little tiaras in there, and if you look really close, I have like this little clip-on Ariel from Disney World and a little starfish hair clip. I have some fun stuff in here. I have a little Cinderella slipper, and then for garland I used some pearl necklaces that were broken. I just think it's super cute. And then she has her little knickknacks from vacations and things like that. So that's all on the top shelf. And then over here, we're actually both reading the Harry Potter books together. So Madison's on book number 1, and I am on, I believe this is book number 4. I never got through it because it's so big. It's Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So every night we have to read, well, she has to read for 20 minutes for school, so I thought I would join her. So we're both reading those. And I just have a little stuffed animal and a jewelry box that she made. And then down here I have everything that she needs to get ready. So her hair brushes, and she has like some lotion and body spray, and all of her headbands are over here. If you guys are familiar with Madison, you know she has an enormous headband collection. So I cleaned that up a bit. And then down here, I have all of her makeup, nail polish, and she has like a little keepsake jewelry box back there with some little pieces of jewelry that she received as gifts and things like that. So over here are all of her slippers and some tissues just to keep right by the side of her bed. And that is as far as I have gotten so far. So guys, you know how I'm usually like, oh, that was so quick and easy. I don't know why I put it off for so long. I wish I had done it sooner. It only took me 10 minutes. Not this project. Let me tell you, I spent about, I don't even know, 2.5, 3 hours-ish just clearing out her shelves. So I just took a lunch break and I am ready to continue. I hope that was the worst of it. I'm about to take on this endeavor over here. So I'm hoping that's not nearly as bad, but she has a lot of stuff, and it was my mistake in letting her be the person to care for her things and to get rid of things periodically, because she just doesn't let go, and I really have to be more aggressive with going through her stuff and taking the initiative to just get rid of things, even though I feel horrible when she discovers it's gone and she gets really upset. She can't live like this. It's just not healthy. It makes me so stressed out, and she could hardly even move around her room or really even enjoy or appreciate what she does have because there's just so much clutter everywhere. So I'm going to continue. Like I said, I'm just going to make my way around the room. I have about 2.5 hours until I have to pick up the kids from school. So I am really hoping I can get this job done today. We'll see how it goes. Here is the end result of Madison's dresser. I think it's way better. I know this could probably use a really good paint job. It's pretty beat up. This was actually mine when I was little, and Madison has all of my old furniture, but it's still holding up pretty well, and I cleared off a lot of stuff. So now that is done, and This area over here is done, so it all looks way, way better. Now, I'm going to have to move on over to this side of the room, and I'm going to focus on this corner, this dresser, and I'm just going to keep making my way all the way around the room. So let's see how far I can get in the next hour. Hey guys, so since you so enjoyed my little story time last week when I was going through all of our clothing and purging, I thought it would be fun just to let you know kind of what's going on behind the scenes today, because none of these projects are ever as easy as they seem to be. I rarely have all of the time to dedicate to the project itself because there's just stuff going on, right? There's always stuff. So today, my two dogs, Leo and Chester, if you're new to my channel, I have two dogs. Leo is an adorable golden doodle. He's huge. And Chester is the newest addition to our family, and he is a smooth collie. So I brought them both to the groomers. They were long overdue, they were stinky, and they really, really needed a good grooming done. So I brought them. I got a phone call that they were ready, so I had to take a little break from cleaning Madison's room to pick up the dogs. I usually let them pee quickly before I put them in the car, and I did that. I made sure they were okay for the ride home, which, by the way, the ride home is about 5 minutes. Chester does not like the car, but he cries and whines, and he's usually fine. Sometimes he gets sick, but that's more for like longer rides, so I really thought I would be okay. So I'm driving home and he's crying and crying and whining, so I open the windows and I'm like, come on, you can make it, we're gonna be okay. I see him back here in my rear view mirror squatting, and I'm like, don't you dare, don't even. So of course, yeah, he took a big poop all over the back of my car, like bad. And they're freshly groomed, and now both dogs are walking in it and sitting in it. I know this might be TMI, but yeah, I had to share with someone. Someone needs to share in this with me because I am so aggravated. My car stinks, and the carpet in like the trunk area of my car is like an indoor-outdoor kind of carpet, so it's really hard to clean. Like, it doesn't wipe up nicely, and I don't want to get too descriptive, but it's nasty. I can't clean it well enough. My car needs to be detailed now, and it stinks. So I ended up opening up an air freshener that I've had for a while now that somebody gifted to me, and it's a Belle from Beauty and the Beast air freshener. It's the Enchanted Rose, so it does smell like roses. I never use air fresheners in my car, but I felt like this was an emergency situation, so I'll show you what it looks like here. It is really cute. I have the air freshener going, but nothing is gonna kill this smell, and I am like gagging as I'm driving around. So that is my story of the day. If you missed last week's squirrel story, you should totally go ahead and check that one out, because I think that one is even better than what I had to share today. Okay, I am headed back home, and I am going to finish organizing Madison's room. All right, so this is what we're looking like currently. I cleaned out this corner here, and I cleaned off the dresser. I would like to move this castle picture above the bed here, so I just took down the picture that was over there. So eventually, this is like phase 1 of the project in Madison's room, but we're getting there. So I just kind of tidied up and organized her toys on this side. She has all of her Barbies and things over here, and then the foot of the bed is where she has her books and her little beanbag chair where she sits and reads books. All of her Polaroid camera stuff is right there. And the last thing I need to do is to find a spot for these items that we're still keeping, but I'm not sure where I'm gonna put them yet. And then I have to put these all in a donation bag, and that is it. So we're getting there. The only problem is a lot of the toys from her toy room are going to be moving over into this room since she's no longer going to have a toy room. And she has all of her American Girl dolls and My Little Ponies and pet shops and all that stuff. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with all of that yet. We're still gonna need to figure all of this out. but it's a good start, and I think I really decluttered a lot today. So keep in mind, this is phase 1 of a huge project that I'm taking on, but I think it looks a lot better than it did this morning. I did spend a full day pretty much working on this, and I think I've come a long way. So I did change her bedding. This is a really old comforter, but maybe eventually we'll get some new bedding for her as well. I just wanted to brighten up the room a little bit. And I put the unicorn over here instead of all the books. I figured it would be better to hide behind the door rather than the unicorn because it was a little bit unsightly. And then we have the shelves coming around this way. Sorry, her hamper's like overflowing because I just stripped all the bedding. But we have her dresser area here, which is a lot better than it was before. And then I cleared off this dresser. I have her books behind the door there so she can just grab them when she needs them. I would really like to get rid of this, but she wants to hold on to it for some reason. So we'll see what's going to end up with that. And then all of her toys over here, which we're definitely going to need to purge a lot of this to make room for some of the toys from the playroom. But I think that we did a great job today, and it looks way better than it did before. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully it gave you that push to get something done in your house that you've been putting off a long time. You know that I have been complaining about this room for the longest time, so I'm really glad that I finally tackled it today. And I think next week we might head into the playroom. I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to that yet because that is going to be just as big of a project, if not even bigger than today's job was. But in doing so, I can start working a little bit more in this room and just organizing all of the toys, maybe getting some new furniture or seeing if I can get some additional shelving in here, something that I can do to keep all of her toys in a way that's not too cluttered and not just taking over her entire room. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys are enjoying these videos, I would love it if you would go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. This way I know to make more like it. I'm doing my whole spring cleaning, spring fever series right now, and I really hope that you guys are enjoying it and following along. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.